What's good, my good peoples? Welcome to the Felons Uprising channel. I'm your host, Moises Beauchamp Jr., coming at you live and direct on this fine, wonderful Sunday. Today's topic we're going to be covering is Donald Trump's Second Chance Hiring Act, which enabled us ex-felons to get jobs, you feel me? Donald Trump's Second Chance Hiring Act, which, like I said, enables ex-felons to get jobs, that has three important economic vehicles for our people that we really need to exercise, these opportunities. Not long ago, shout out to Mr. Nino Brown. He was invited to the White House for a meeting with Donald Trump and Kim Kardashian. She was also in attendance in this meeting. And this meeting was all about the First Step Act for prisoners to be released early, and also for the second chance hiring, in which prisoners will be allowed to get high-paying jobs without being declined due to their criminal backgrounds. Like, I tell the story time and time again, when I got hired at Long John Silver's, and as soon as they found out about my record, I was fired that quick. And the third economic vehicle is the funding for opportunity zones, in which these major companies can invest money into the hoods as tax breaks, and that's awesome. In return, these opportunities will be beneficial for our people in a major way. So, something to look into. I'm gonna share this video real quick that basically breaks everything down that I just explained. Check it out.
Also today, never happened before. Also earlier today, the Department of Labor, Alex, that's good. He's done a good job. Awarded $2 million to states to support fidelity bonds, which underwrite companies that hire former persons. We're expanding our Second Chance Pell Grant pilot program to allow individuals to use their time in prison to take college level classes. The Department of Energy has begun a new initiative to inform American workers, including former inmates, about great jobs in the booming energy industry, and that is a great industry. We've now become the #1 energy producer by far in the world.
Yeah.
Our administration is also working to allow rehabilitated citizens with a criminal record to apply for both federal government jobs and affordable housing. Something.
Yeah.
Such an honor to be here today, so thank you. My whole journey with criminal justice reform started about a year ago when I came to see the president after speaking to Ivanka and Jared, who really fought for me to get here, and I led the case of Alice Johnson, who the president granted clemency to, And after that, I really spent so much time going to different prisons because I really had no connection to anybody on the inside, and really just felt like for me, I'm at the place in my life that I wanted to make a difference and just wanted to do the right thing, but I didn't know how or what to do or even really what was going on. And so after going to visit so many different prisons and really sitting down with lifers, with every situation you can possibly imagine, my heart just completely opened up and I wanted to do more. So I started to study the law, which is law school basically in California. And my attorneys are here today, Aaron and Jessica from Cut Their Feet. Thank you. I learned so much that I don't even know if, I don't want to speak for anybody in law school, but I learned so much just basically working on memos and being the assistant to them while the First Step Act was happening, and like learning how you get bills passed and working on it from the ground up. So to get the president's support and to see it come to fruition is magic. And the one thing that I just realized that needed so much support that I'm happy to help and be supportive where I can was the re-entry of people coming home and seeing the lack of support that really existed, whether it's housing or the amount of letters that I get with people just needing transportation to job interviews, to jobs. These people want to work. They want the best outcome, and I'm so happy to be here today amongst people that want the same thing and that really believe in supporting their reentry. So I'm so happy to announce today that we have a ride share partnership where formerly incarcerated people will be gifted gift cards so that they can get rides to and from job interviews, to and from jobs, family members, and that is so important, so needed. And I just want to thank the president for really standing behind this issue and seeing the compassion that he's had for criminal justice has been really remarkable. So I just want to thank all of the organizations that are partnering with everything that's going on and really being supportive, because it really does mean a lot to so many people that I've had the pleasure to speak to. And I think the ultimate goal is everyone wants the community to be safe, and the more opportunity we have and that they have and the support that we help give them, the safer everyone will be, and the recidivism rate will be continue to just get lower. And so I'm just thankful to everyone here that's in support, and so proud of this partnership with the Rideshare organization.
Let me tell you something. I was going through my email and I had got an email from the Trump administration. I was advised that Trump wanted to meet with me June the 13th at 4 p.m. at the White House. Had to go through clearance and all that. I did that. I took the meeting. And the meeting was just basically about the First Step Act, the Second Chance Hiring, and the Opportunity Zones investment funds. There's $6 trillion out there for the hood. So I took the meeting. So the First Step Act is just basically trying to remove the 3-strike law, where people get 3 strikes, they get banned for life. They go to prison for the rest of their life. The second thing it does is it takes the power away from the prosecutors that's trying to keep people behind bars that's qualified for parole and probation, but they're trying to keep them behind bars. And the third thing it do is people that's in prison on them crack cocaine laws, them non-violent offenses, it gets them home early. That was a great thing for our people. Thought it was a great thing. Love that act there. Love that bill. Agreed to it. Love it. The second chance hiring thing they doing is just basically trying to ban the box. You know how you go try to qualify for a job and they ask you if you ever been convicted for a felony or you ever been arrested, you got to check that box. It don't even matter about your performance. They basing it off your priors. That box holds you from earning a living for your family and moving up out the hood. They trying to ban that box, and Trump is seconding that. So I agree to that too. I think that's a great thing to judge people of what they can do, not what they've been through, man. Ban that box, get rid of that box. The third thing the meeting about was the opportunity zone. So it's $6 trillion for the opportunity zones, which is the hood, and it's sanctioned by the White House that some of these big companies that got so much money that they can invest is going to the outskirts and the suburbs. They trying to bring it back to the hood and help us buy back the block. So it's very important that we stand behind this act, because this is what's going to help our people grow instead of putting us far behind. The first step gonna get your brother and your sister home that been locked up under these crack laws, that's been locked up because they got 3 strikes and they can't get out here, you understand me? And they qualified, they been in there 25, 30 years, but they got them locked up and they got them fucked up under them laws. The second chance hiring gonna get your brother home and your sister home that's been locked up for a felony or for any kind of offense, locked up. Get them home and get them a job, man, based off their performance, based off what they could do, not what they've been through. Very good thing for our people, man, because if you looked at that movie, The Central Park 5, you would see when one of them guys got out, they went to try to reform their life and change their life and move on and live a better life, but they couldn't find a job because they was a convicted felon, so they had to check that box. So they wind up washing dishes, sweeping floors, and doing what they can because they convicted felons. This second chance act stops that. It seems that it helped you find a job, man, based off your performance and ability and not off your priors, man. It's very good that we stand behind that as people. And the third thing is the opportunity zones, man, needing help. Man, it's over 8,000 opportunity zones. And it's a lot of people that got great ideas to invest in the opportunity zones, but they lack the funding to do it. These big corporations have funds that they can dump into the opportunity zones as a tax deduction. They can help you, help your family. All you need is a brilliant plan and an ROI, a plan of return on investment, and they will give you the money to try to start a business in your own hood so you can buy back the block. I think this is an interesting thing that people need to look into. Instead of looking at the hate that's governed towards Trump, let's start looking at the things that people trying to do in the government to help our people. Because right
now, shout out to the brother Nino Brown who put that video together. Shout out to him. And whether you like Donald Trump or dislike him, I mean, he is doing some good things for our people and the country. So with that said, my good people, keep the president in your prayers, man, and support the Felons Uprising channel by coming through and picking up one of our Donald Trump shirts. Feel me? It supports our movement here at the Felons Uprising channel, and these are the shirts that we got going on here that you could pick up by clicking on the link below this video. Get access to these Pray for POTUS, that supports us here at the Felons Uprising channel. You could also donate. By clicking the link below, and again, that helps us support the spread, free enterprise and liberty, and it helps us spread information like this to other ex-felons. With that said, my good peoples, I'm out. Y'all make it a wonderful and blessed day, my good peoples. Tomorrow, I'll be launching our very first episode of the Felons Uprising podcast. I'll be going live about 10:30, 11, and see what it do from there. With that said, my good peoples, support the channel. The link is below, and be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and let me know what you think about this information. And again, subscribe.